Hello again. Someone asked me to do a video of the Jaguar stuff we've got in just now, and we don't have a lot, but we've got a few nice ones, so we'll just go through them. So these are quite nice box collection here. So we've got Raiden, we have Wolfenstein, which is probably the best version of Wolfenstein I think I've ever played. Really nice. We have White Men Can't Jump, which, like a lot of Jaguar games, was not very good. We have The Reason for Having a Jaguar. We have Tempest 2000, which is easily in my top 5 games of all time. It's stupidly good, amazing soundtrack. And it is then followed by this monstrosity, which it's hard to find the words to describe. Now, bearing in mind this is when stuff like Ridge Racer and all that was coming out. I mean, look at the state of that. I honestly think I could have knocked that out on the Atari ST myself back in the day. It's pretty grim, but hey ho, it is what it is. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, which I actually quite liked. I know it's not exactly Street Fighter levels of depth, but yeah, I thought it was okay. Similarly, I quite liked Bubsy the Bobcat. It was no Mario or Sonic, but it had a bit of a character about it. I thought it was okay. I was a Jaguar fan, so I was scraping the barrel for what I could get. Cannon Fodder, what a game this is. The only kind of criticism I could have is it's on every format known to man, and the Jaguar version wasn't really offering much that you hadn't seen before, but yeah, it's still an absolute belter of a game. We've got a wee Kasumi Ninja there, just with cart and manual. We have Double Dragon, again, really nice condition, probably because no one really wanted to play it, so they kept it minty. Power Drive, pretty uncommon on a lot of formats, even I think the Game Gear one goes for mental money, but it's a really nice wee overhead driving game, my kind of game. You have World Tour Racing, which thankfully is a lot better than Club Drive. Yeah, it was decent split screen 2-player and stuff in it as well. We have Syndicate, which is a great game. Honestly, can't remember how well this plays on the Jaguar though, because I think it could probably do with mouse control. This was a nice game. Iron Soldier, really liked this when it came out. Nice big mech robot going about stomping stuff. We have the Jaguar Multi-Tap. We have a terrible shoot 'em up Trevor McFur in the Crescent Galaxy, which is really... the graphics were kinda okay, weren't they? But as a game, it really wasn't great. We have Brutal Sports Football, which to me felt like an Amiga game on an alleged 64-bit console. It was okay. A couple of random Jaguar CD items in here filling the box up. So Kobayashi Maru, uncommon, it's an aftermarket CD game. Kobayashi Maru, as you probably, well, don't want to assume that you're all Star Trek fans, but that was the unpassable test in Star Trek, unless you're James T. Kirk. And yeah, that's not exactly 64-bit graphic excellence, but it's supposed to be quite a cool game. Yeah, Bomb Squad. Again, rare first edition of this, not many made for the CD. And again, nothing that particularly shows off. Apparently they only made 48 copies of this one, and this is number 25. So yeah, not likely to see many of the first editions for sale. Another box here. I think this one is mainly CD games. So a lot of this is stuff that came out after the console was basically dead. So we've got Alice's Mom's Rescue. There's a lot of apostrophes in that name. Looks like an okay wee platform game. Never played it. Robinson's Requiem, this one's meant to be really good actually. Songbird made this, and yeah, looks pretty decent for what it was for an early CD game. Jaguar Collection Volume 1, I think this was a wee collection of mini games and stuff like that. Filia, the sequel to Elanzar, and I have heard of exactly 0 of those. But it looks like a Myst or Seventh Guest type of adventure. Slightly flattened box here, and Sean Connery's looking rather good there. That is Highlander, The Last of the MacLeods for the CD. And yeah, Dragon's Lair style animation there, and some Yankee 3D graphics. Right, well, we've got quite a lot of normal games in here. Let me go through you. So, CD games, we've got Hover Strike, which was pretty decent. We have Battlemorph, the follow-up to Cybermorph, which was nice, CD-ROM version. We've got Myst, which is on every CD-ROM format known to human beings. Baldies, which from what I remember was kind of like a Lemmings type game, slightly different angle, but yeah, it's on a lot of different formats. Right, so back on to cartridge games. So we've got a brand new Switchblade, which, yeah, this was an aftermarket game as well. So Switchblade was a really nice wee platform game. And we've got Switchblade 2. I've got Impossible, which, you know, I can't say I'm for the whole porting the Atari ST games onto a Jaguar, and because you would just play them on the ST. However, I did love Impossible when it came out, so I'm a bit torn by this one. I thought it was a really cool platform game from Gremlin. So, there we go. We have Fever Pitch Soccer, which is a isometric, like the early FIFA's. Got another Wolfenstein. We have iWar, which looks okay. Don't remember ever actually playing it, but yeah, looks okay. We've got a couple of copies of Doom. We've got Sensible Soccer, which is essential in any format. We've got another copy of Dragon. So yeah, this one. Now, please don't for a minute think I'm saying this is a bad game, because it's an all-time classic. However, I do think we're stretching. What's the saying? Just because you could doesn't mean you should. I don't know. As I say, it's a brilliant game. Really, really amazingly thought out puzzles and stuff like that. But come on, it's supposed to be a 64-bit console, guys. Right. If you worked on the game, I'm really sorry. But as I say, it's a good game. I just don't think. Yeah, I wanted to play it with my Jaguar. So another World Tour Racing. Yeah, so this is probably going to be Cybermorph. Yep. Some more CD-ROM randomness. Superfly DX. Again, they only made 100 copies of this, and this is number 48, and it looks like a wee shoot 'em up. We have Space Ace, which again came out in every CD-ROM format. This is rare. Brain Dead 13. It's very much like a Dragon's Lair type game as well, or Space Ace if you will. Blue Lightning, which was a nice flight simmy shoot 'em up thing. Beabrus, right, interesting name, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is like Tetris. Yes, Shockaroonie. Under Cybermorph for Emmanuel in the overlay this time. We have Varuna's Forces. Yep, no idea to be honest with you. And lastly, we have the demo disc of Myst, which you would only really do if you're going for the full set. So there we go, our Atari Jaguar collection. Not as much as I would like, but considering it wasn't exactly a successful console, not too bad a restock selection. Okay guys, have a good one. Bye.